I use this mindset from Bruce Lee to grow my business, and I'm going to show you how you can do the same.
Be water, my friend.
I taught the same principle to hundreds of my students back when I was teaching martial arts combined with personal development, and they used it to become more confident and more successful. I even taught it to my coaching clients, and it helped them massively grow their business. I also noticed that the entrepreneurs that didn't understand this principle found it so much harder to adapt to a changing business environment and were so much more likely to fail. But this is going to work for you if you understand how to use it correctly. Let's take a look at how Bruce Lee taught this, and we will break it down step by step so we turn it into something tangible that you can use right now to grow your business right after watching this video.
I said empty your mind.
What this means is letting go of insistence. I need to close this client, otherwise I'm gonna be a complete failure. I need to make this amount of money, otherwise I'm nothing. Whenever you need something to happen is when you don't get it. I noticed this in sparring as well. When I was fixated on applying a certain technique, I would instantly get punched in the face. On the other hand, when I would allow myself to be free, empty, like Bruce Lee likes to call it, I would just flow with my opponent's movements and the right thing would just come out at the right time. What would happen if in your next sales call, your next negotiation, instead of needing for something to happen, you would just walk into it free, empty, and you would just say, whatever happens, happens. And then you simply flow with it. What I like to do in my sales calls is sit back, relax, be centered, and this allows my true self to come out. And then I ask myself or the person I'm talking to, what would make this conversation exceptionally valuable for them? And I lead the conversation towards what is going to be the biggest win for the person I'm talking to.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot.
Most people totally misunderstand this. They believe they need to be someone else for different people in different situations. But that is not what this means. Trying to be someone you're not is the perfect formula to fail. One of the reasons why Joe Rogan is so popular and so many people trust him is because he's so unapologetically himself. At the same time, he allows himself to adapt to every single conversation, every single guest that he has on, from comedians to top-level scientists. But him being himself and being naturally curious is what creates those valuable conversations. In short, water has the ability to change its form, but it never changes its essence. Being able to say, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, this is relevant to me, or this is not relevant to this conversation, is a high-level entrepreneurial skill.
Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
This refers to the principles of yin and yang. If you're constantly adapting and flowing all the time, you're actually becoming quite passive, and people feel like they can just do whatever they want with you.
But what about my dad? He's like a puddle.
And you miss out on business opportunities, you miss out on respect, and people can't really trust you because they don't really know who you are. In other words, there's no value in being flowy without being firm. You need balance. When you're leading, you need the ability to destroy a conversation if it's not bringing value to you or the other person. Tap into that inner resource that is unapologetically you and even disrupt the current market if you need to. Just like Bruce Lee completely changed the martial arts world and destroyed old dogma by saying, absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own. While everybody else was blindly following whatever their martial arts instructor was saying, Bruce stood there and said, no, this is not who I am. But knowing when to flow and when to crash takes experience. It takes self-awareness and it takes guidance. But when you master this, you will truly become a leader, not just for your team, but in your marketplace. Because you get to be unique while your competition is simply following the beaten to death formulas for marketing, sales, delivery, and they're just sounding and acting like everybody else. And you get to show up authentically with courage and confidence, and that makes you magnetic to both clients and team members. These martial arts mindsets will not only help you stand out, but they will make you a highly effective business owner. However, there are some martial arts mindsets that Bruce never talked about that will allow you to get the most out of every sales conversation, every negotiation, and every hire. Most entrepreneurs have no idea about these elements, let alone how to use them. So if you want to have an edge over your competition, watch this video next. You will be very happy you did.